What's good, party people? It's your friendly neighbor, Chad the Maverick. This is my video for Venus in the 11th house. Venus in Aquarius, same general thing. So, the way that I categorize this for Venus in Aquarius, I put them down as like crew love. And what I mean by that is that the song I always think about is like Loving the Crew, Crew Love, which is Drake and The Weeknd. But it's like, why? It's because they love in the crew. But like the thing about it, the reason why this comes up to mind is because these people understand the value of friendship and camaraderie more than a lot of other people do. So this Venus signs in particular is someone who's going to be way more about the community and way more about how to build a better world and environment with a bunch of different people of similar interests than they may be concerned about direct romanticism. So people with Venus in 11th house aren't the same brand of romantic as is regularly given or shown to us in movies and such like that. These people understand the power of friendship. These people generally have multiple interests or may have multiple interests in people until they actually commit to something, but we'll get into that later on. But they're able to invest themselves into the people that they love without getting themselves too caught up or too entrapped in anything in particular about it. So they're able to talk about things that are very deep and very personal without getting too personal towards it. And if you really notice a Venus in the 11th house, if something gets too personal, they'll take the focus away from themselves and then push it and focus it in a societal standard. Like if something happened that was bad to you, like I don't know, but they'll just switch it over and be like, oh yeah, and then in this culture they did this, that, and the third to this society. So yeah, I feel where you're coming from. This is the type of like energy Venus in 11th and Venus in Aquarius have. I just thought about a Venus Aquarius that does that all the time. Something will happen and be like, yeah, but across the world, blank, 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 because this is the mindset that Venus in the 11th house has. They understand how communities work as a core and at the core. So with that being said, they're able to make real reform within communities that other people may not be able to see within. They're able to see straight through what the community may need or what the group of people may need in order to actually advance them to the next thing. Still, Aquarius energy, 11th house energy, very advancing, very change oriented and goal setting. So they love to talk about politics, science, social media, the future. They love talking about the future. If you sit down with a Venus in Aquarius and you talk to them about like just the future and how technology can change, they're gonna love it. And I'm sure that if you're a Venus in 11th house watching it, you're just like, you love your conspiracy videos, you love all of those type of things. It's just a certain vibe that you have. Venus in 11th are able to make friends easily. They're able to make friends at a very quick pace because they always have like a polarizing topic to speak on or a polarizing thing to talk about. There's this thing with Venus here where it likes to kind of jab at people's preconceived notions of how society works in order for them to like come in and really give you this challenge towards what you deem to be real. And they really will give you a challenge because they're really like, they keep in mind the collective. This is a huge energy that keeps the collective in mind when it makes like decisions. The next thing, they're not cool with jealousy. Pretty much they're not cool with jealousy, to be honest. Not to say that they can't get jealous, not to say that there isn't jealousy that can happen, but if the jealousy is provided without any form of logic or reason, a Venus and Aquarius can't care. Like, and it's not that they're not trying to care or they're like whatever about it, like they can't because they're like, that doesn't make sense. And I know this is very frustrating for a lot of Aquarius people and Aquarius energy people in general because it's like if that doesn't make sense, they can't like emote towards it. But Venus in Aquarius is definitely one of those people that'll make you feel the most at home, but they'll also like stay detached in the same process. It's really tricky It's because their mind is out in the cosmos somewhere. Their heart, technically, because it's Venus. So their heart's technically out in the cosmos somewhere, but they're also like still being able to communicate with you directly. And a lot of the times, to be honest, Venus and 11th house people are very good at dragging the higher selves out of people. So you may be the one person that gets someone to act out of character, but they're not acting out of character. They're acting the most like themselves. Like they're kind of able to like bridge this gateway between that from just my observation. I don't know anything. But let's break down the Dekins now of the actual specific Venus in the 11th house. So if you have Venus in the 11th house or in Aquarius between 0 to 9 degrees, that means you have the Decan rulership of Uranus. So you're the people you're the love rebels. You're the ones that are like, it's me against or it's us against the world. So these are the people that I feel like are more inclined to like be with one specific person and then turn their backs on the world and turn their backs on society and like live the way that they want to do. So these are the type of people that definitely bring in and harness other people that have rebellious qualities, that have the energy to go against the grain. This is what Venus in 11th house really brings in with the 0 to 9 degrees decan. The next decan for Venus in the 11th house is the 10 to 19 degrees, right? These are the people that are sub-ruled by Mercury. And these are what they call just like the psychic connectors, right? So these Venus in the 11th here and Venus Aquarius is more so they're able to like connect with you on a very mental level and a very cerebral level, to where it's like these are people that you feel like live inside your head. Like it's hard to really explain, but you'll feel like you're about to say something and they'll say what it was that you were about to go on. You're like, wow, I was just thinking that, or I was just about to say something like this. These are the people that really have a true understanding of how people operate as people. Like they don't look at people as just a regular human. They like kind of see people, they're able to see people in a way where it's like the science behind why people do the things they do. So these are the people that are very like psychic when it comes to like love and relations and like meeting and interacting. They kind of they'll know what they need to know about you from a very short interaction, because they're able to be friends with so many other different people, and they're able to then they've spoken to so many people across the board. They're able to kind of like pinpoint exactly where you are really well. So these are like they're like the psychic connectors. They're able to connect like these very. It's hard to explain it in particular, but I know if you're a Venus on a level watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you're probably behind the screen like, facts. But the next thing I'm gonna go to, when I go to Venus in the 11th house in the 20 to 29 degrees decan. So this is where Venus is the ruler. For Venus is the ruler of this decan for Venus in 11th, Venus in Aquarius. And the thing about this is that this person is going to be like the social media icon. The first person I thought of was like Alexis Ren, who I think she used to be on Tumblr or whatever else. But like I don't know what her stuff is, but like she has that type of thing where it's like people that have this decan are very inclined to be able to rule over the idea of love and romance in this strange way over a large amount of people. This is the type of person where they'll post something on social media, someone will try to steal it and use it for their like Tinder profile or something. Like this Venus in 11th house is like that, because it's like they present a certain sense of beauty that everyone in the collective is generally going to be attracted to in some type of way. And if it's not a physicality reason, it's going to be because of the person's mentality and how they think about things. So that's really huge. So this is more like I guess the social media icon type of feel, Venus in the 11th house, and they know how to traverse through all of this and speak to whomever about it. So shouts out to them, shouts out to y'all who are watching this. So yeah, that's a quick rundown of Venus in the 11th house. Definitely, you're more keen to be about friendship than you are about relationships, but whatever relationship knows that it's a friendship first is the one that you're going to fall head over heels for. So yeah, shouts out to you interesting fellows. But that's going to be Venus in the 11th house, and I'm going to let it be. Peace.